So our friends at Lagoon sent us a cool study from Ruth Atkins,
Who's she?
who's a running coach.
A running coach.
Her REM sleep went up by 17%, and
Whoa.
her deep sleep went up by 62% within the
62?
within the first 2 weeks of using her Lagoon pillow. So
That's a ton. Like,
they legit work.
Do you track your sleep?
I don't look at
Every
it.
once in a while, I look at it, and I'm like surprised how little deep sleep I get. But I don't think that's Lagoon Pillow's fault. Anyway, I mean, these pillows are great. You take a little test on there to see which like pillow is going to fit your sleep style the best, like whether you like firm or soft, or you sleep hot or cold, that kind of stuff. And it picks out the right pillow for you. But the other thing I really love about it is you can zip off the covers and wash them, because have you ever seen someone's nasty pillow?
Yeah, that's going to be weird.
Yeah, you don't like that could end a relationship if you saw someone's pillow and you're like, no thanks.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can throw it in the wash. You can add more stuffing if you want. It's great.
And yeah, you basically, the best part, in my opinion, is that it's customized for you. So you just go to lagoonsleep.com/believe. You take a 2-minute, very easy quiz that gets you the perfect pillow for you. And if you haven't purchased one yet, you can use the code BELIEVE for 15% off your first purchase.
Get a pillow. And you know what? Get a pillow for someone you love. Like if you sleep next to someone.
Perfect gift. Oh, and they do have gift cards. So if you aren't sure how someone sleeps, because it might be weird if you know that about your friend or other family member, then you just get them a gift card and they can go take the quiz.
Yeah, but like I think I could take your quiz for you. I think I could figure out what you'd want.
Anyway, lagoonsleep.com/believe.
All right. Zzz. Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Robbe with Believe in the Run.
And this is Megan with Believe in the Run.
And Ralphie over there, Meg.
And Ralph.
What up, Ralph?
Ralph, say hello. All right, he's not talking.
Yeah.
He's probably the best on the podcast. Just a listener.
Yeah. I don't know.
So, man, this is The Drop. It's a podcast about running, but I have a feeling Robbie and I didn't do a ton of running this past week.
Nope.
Did either of you do any?
I resumed my running career last night at 5 p.m.
Okay.
And it went with mixed results.
The first run back after a break is always weird.
I'm kind of dreading it a little bit. I'm going to do mine tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
I just got back from a trip.
Yeah.
We can talk about, but yeah, here's the thing that's the greatest thing. I was like going downstairs when I was on vacation. I was like, holy crap, I can move down these stairs. I like this. My legs feel great.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I was pretty excited. I was like, my body's coming together.
Yeah. So you went on vacation, which is like, when was the last time you took a vacation? Like a real vacation?
I can't even recall. This is the first, like the only other vacation I would say I've been on was I took the boys to Universal Studios, which isn't really a vacation.
No, if you go anywhere with kids, that's more
That's
work.
a trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we did the trip to Tahoe with the boys to visit my family. But again, it was family.
Okay. So you went, so this is a dude's trip. And
Okay. So I'll get into it. The guys I went with.
Yeah.
So Rob James, who you knew from the neighborhood, he lived a couple doors down from you for a little while.
Yeah. He helped me sawzall my old license plate off my car. And now everyone asks, why is your license plate cut?
Exactly. So, but Rob's a good friend. So he was actually roommates with Megan in college.
Okay.
And so was David, the other guy you went with.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
David lives in the Bahamas. Like he's a Bahamian citizen.
Yeah.
So
But
Rob was like, hey, you want to come to the Bahamas? And I looked at the date and I'm like, it's actually perfect timing. I'll just finish the New York City Marathon. I have it. I didn't think about how close it was because it really wasn't perfect timing. Like right now I'm going to come back here and I'm just slammed.
Yeah. Do you even have clothes to wear?
To the Bahamas or here?
Just in general, I feel like they're probably all. It's a
Yeah.
mess.
Well, that's the thing. Like I have bags in my room still
Yeah,
packed
that's
from
what I
both from New York and from
Yeah.
Which
the
is super
Bahamas.
fun.
And then
I
I'm
love
like,
that.
and then I'm like, we're going to turn around and go to the running event.
Did you come home and we're like, Meg, what?
Why is my
isn't
shit
this-
folded
yeah.
and put away?
Yeah, he would try.
What
that.
have you been doing? Yeah. So we took the week off because I flew down there, and I don't know. Like I can tell you this: my Instagram following does not like Bougie Thomas.
Oh yeah.
I did not get a lot of love on like watching.
I was like,
me.
what did you expect? No one's gonna love that you're living this bougie lifestyle in the Bahamas.
Yeah. To summarize things that we did. It looked, if you looked at it from the outside, you'd be like, Thomas is rich. That dude has got money pouring out of his butt.
Right.
Because we're on fishing boats, we're on private islands, we're flying in planes, we're going deep sea diving, we're spear fishing, we're, everything. And
you look like a Yeti ad that just kept going on for 4 days.
yes, and it's funny because they did have some Yeti. It was very Yeti heavy.
Yeah,
and there was other brands that I'm not familiar. Like how we know all the running brands.
Yeah,
these dudes know the fishing. So there was all the like these obscure fishing brands that they're like, oh yeah, this one's great. It's like 75 SPF and it's light, but it's got the hood. And they're like, giving me the same stuff I would.
Wait,
tell
do
people.
they like Legionnaires? I feel like they would love Legionnaires.
No,
they should get in on that.
They like hoods on their shirts.
You had an opportunity, Thomas.
I did. As a matter of fact, CLA sent us some new Legionnaires.
Yeah,
I have to say, man, that like I'm so over the Legionnaire look, but I think it might be here for a bit.
I'm surprised you didn't take one with. That is a good pick for.
I did take
fishing.
One. I brought the Soar one. I just never put it on. I tried it on in the morning.
Couldn't do
and
it.
I'm like, even though I'm on a boat full of dudes, I'm like, I can't.
Yeah,
I can't.
They might throw you off.
No, they were cool about it, but yeah, I mean, the cool thing, like, my favorite is the spearfishing.
Wait, so explain how you were able to do all of this.
So, the guy David, who was Meg's roommate in college, he lives in the Bahamas. They have a very successful business in the Bahamas. His family's been there forever. They have boats, they have planes, they have island real estate. They own one island.
So when you say successful business, you don't mean that they're drug runners.
I don't know for sure, but I don't think so. I never asked.
Imports, exports.
Yeah,
I feel like that's like the thing when someone's successful, they're always like, yeah, they're in the import export business.
Well, they do. One of their businesses is obtaining things for the islands that you would be hard to get.
Why? He keeps saying things.
The other thing
very
is
vague term.
When yachts come in, they have another business. When yachts come in, they're the ones that they'd be like, we need all these supplies for the yachts. They're the ones who get all the supplies for the yachts.
Okay.
And they fill out the paperwork for them to be able to be in port. They do, like, if you had a yacht, you call these guys and they're like, you're good to be in the Bahamas.
This is a world that it just exists outside of my realm of possibilities.
Yes. And they do stuff like Michael Jordan's yacht came in and they get a charter of what he wants. So they know exactly what he's eating for like the week.
So he has like a rider for the island almost.
Yes.
That's crazy.
They come into port and somebody who's in charge of the boat says, this is what we need.
What?
And he goes,
how is that a thing?
You will make this happen. And there's some crazy, like he was telling us crazy stories about crazy stuff they have to get for people that you wouldn't expect.
No way.
Yeah.
Just like that you have to find.
Yeah.
Figure out,
that's what you do. That is your job is.
It sounds like Below Deck, but like for the Bahamas getting stuff.
Exactly.
Is that a reality show?
Yeah. You've never heard of Below Deck?
Oh,
it's on
great.
Bravo. It's a reality show, but it's basically, it's big charter yachts that.
Okay.
And the drama of the staff.
Yeah.
And like, you end up hating everybody who charters a yacht because they're such douchebags. But
yeah.
Anyway, so they have friends and and they're just really good guys. Like everybody there, it was so drama free. It was so nice, and nobody complained about anything we were doing. Nobody was like,
what could you possibly have complained about?
Well, I kind of if anybody did complain, one time I did complain a little bit.
Oh gosh.
We were fishing for wahoo. And you do that, and basically you put the lures in the water.
Yeah.
And you just kind of circle around in this area for a while. And we'd circled around for over an hour, and nothing was happening. I'm kind of like, you guys don't have fish. Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
There's no fish in this water.
That's fishing.
Yeah. I like the spearfish where you actually got in, you saw the fish, and you shoot them.
Yeah.
What happens when you stab a fish and then like there's sharks near you? Are they not coming at you?
Okay, so we did it at certain tides. So if the tide is going out, you don't want to do it because then the sharks that are in deep water smell the blood and the
Like this
guts
is terrifying.
Oh, really?
and will come in
Whoa.
But if you do it when the tide is
Okay.
going
I see
in,
what you're saying.
the blood would go
Yeah,
towards
the shore.
the shore, so it's not as bad.
Oh, wow.
So one day we did that in about 30 to 40 feet of water, which was really hard because holding your breath, going down, and trying to shoot. Like we found this like little, it was a tiny button of a reef, and so all the lobsters are underneath there, and the fish swim around it.
Right.
But it's just like it was maybe 10 feet big.
Yeah.
Or circumference, and David, who's obviously grown up spearfishing, he swims down. He's like, thump, 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 and gets like 3 on a stick and comes up. You know,
Dude, I'd be lucky if I got my own leg doing that.
Well, yeah,
I'd be like, there's something.
that was me.
Better than nothing.
I went down there, and it's basically your own. You're not allowed to have a gun. You have to have it's like a slingshot. So it has a handle. The spear comes through the handle, and you put the cap and the elastic rubber tubing.
Yeah.
And you pull back and you let it go. So if you miss, you got to go get your spear.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And if you're holding your breath 30, 40 feet underwater, I had one panic swim back up where I was like, I got to go back down and get my spear. And I almost died like just getting to the surface. But like he's down there. So imagine this. There's myself, Pip, Evan, Lee, Robbie, David, and Seb. Seb stayed on the boat because he's kind of like captain. And we're all down there. The only person who caught anything or speared anything the first day was David.
Yeah.
He got 6 fish, like 10 lobsters. He comes back up, and the rest of us are just shooting darts around the bottom of the ocean.
David and the Goliath grouper.
Yeah.
Did you catch any groupers?
The red things were some form. There's a hogfish, and then we got some sort of smaller red grouper.
Yeah.
He said the groupers are hard because you'll shoot them, and they'll swim off with your spear.
Oh, wow.
Because they're bigger.
Yeah, they're big.
But so the second day we were a little more successful. Everybody except for Robbie was able to shoot a lobster and get it into the boat because what we did, they have lobster traps. And basically what a lobster trap is, this is so much fun for running people. Yeah. But a lobster trap is like a big corrugated.
I'll timestamp the YouTube version.
Yeah, it's a corrugated thing that you lift it. Like it's just like a little, like you put them down.
Yeah.
It's basically like a lip, arc, and a lip. And you just put it down, the crabs go underneath of it. So we lift that, there's like 30, 40 lobsters down there, and he's just like, thump, 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 thump.
Wow.
And that's when the other guys were able to get.
Dude, it sounds like that'd be good.
Did you guys eat everything that you caught?
Okay, so here's, you want to get bougie.
Yeah.
So, of course, the first night when we got back from fishing, we didn't eat the fish because we had already had dinner reservations.
Okay.
What did we do the first night?
What'd
It
you
was
do?
someplace delicious. I mean, it was insane. All the food was just insane.
Okay.
You just put them on an ice box?
Yeah, we put them in ice. And then David had a chef on the island booked for his wife's, was going to have a party or something. So he had a chef booked. That party didn't happen because of weather. So we used that chef to prepare our dinner.
Okay.
So we got back. Oh, we also caught this big crab, spider crab.
Yeah, you're not helping your cause.
I know. We got back. So spider crab, they took all the meat out, left the claws, obviously, but took all the meat out, and they made this coconut rice with crab in it. That was one dish. We had macaroni and cheese. That was like the best macaroni and cheese I've ever had. They took the lobster tails. They took them out.
Yeah.
Like put stuffing and stuff in it. Put them back in the shells.
All right.
But yeah. Put it back. We had chicken.
Did you bring all this back for us?
Yeah, I brought you a plate.
That's all I care about. I'd still
and
eat
that fish, it was all cut up.
Yeah.
And then so that was amazing. That was the second day, and then the third day we went out again. It was kind of like a play day. So like we went to that private island where that that island that had the blue hole.
Yeah. So that's like a deep blue hole.
Little jungle walk to get to it.
Yeah.
By the way, there's a difference between runners and non-runners. It was like maybe a 5-minute walk. Those guys were complaining. They're like, "Oh man, tired."
That's interesting.
So we get to the rock. You could jump off it. And the crazy thing was, so we're in the middle of nowhere. I didn't see another human for like hours.
Yeah.
There wasn't. I didn't even see boats out on
That's
the water.
crazy.
We were all by ourselves. Apparently, a catamaran pulled in, brings this family to the Blue Hole so they can experience jumping off the rocks and into the Blue Hole. Of course, David knows the guy who brought him, so he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And they're talking like you're meeting at a bus stop in the city or something.
Yeah.
But that was cool. And then we went to this little. Here's what I don't understand: the restaurant for lunch. There's nobody around.
Right. Like, how do they make money?
I think you just call them and be like, "Hey, I'm going to be by your restaurant," and then they come down and
then charge you whatever they want.
they
to
pretty
make their
much,
money.
yeah. It was called Flo's Conch Shack.
Yeah.
And Senior was there.
You would think conch fritters are like a reasonably priced food menu item. No, that's like buying.
Dude, it was so.
It sounds amazing.
We had conch fritters everywhere.
Yeah.
These were the best I've ever had, and it Flo's Conch Shack. They had I have a picture of it. It's like a wall of like conch shells.
Yeah.
But so we go there. This guy makes this punch that they bring out. You buy it by like a reused gallon thing, and it's like frozen. You shake it up and pour the punch.
Alcoholic rum punch.
Yeah, and he did.
I'm assuming.
Oh, dude, it was so
Hawaiian punch.
it was so heavy alcohol, and that's the thing. Like these guys can drink.
Yeah.
So I had to pace myself. So I'm like, for every one drink they had, I would wait. Like they would go 3-4 drinks, and then I'd have one. And then it was funny because the one guy that was drinking the most beer was like, when we were emptying the garbage from the boat, he's like, "You guys drink a lot of beer." I'm like, "You drink a lot of beer."
So were you hungover at all?
There was some times where, like, definitely one night we had the martinis and just kept drinking and kept, like, the chef. We went to a place, got the martinis, then we went to the private place and had the chef, and we were drinking during that, and we'd been drinking all day, and it was a long day.
Did you get injured at all?
No.
I'm shocked.
I did a little bit.
shocked?
I'm very shocked. I mean, last time he came back from the Bahamas, he had like broken ribs
Well, dude,
and like a cracked head.
I was on the back of a golf cart quite a bit,
Yeah.
and I had flashbacks a little bit because you are flying because they're going like 25, 30 miles per hour on these dirt roads filled with potholes.
Yeah.
Like you're shaking around.
You should have asked them to import your e-bike down there.
Oh, it would have been amazing down there.
Bring that.
But
I'm surprised they don't have that going on down there.
I did fall one time pretty hard. So David was throwing lobsters up.
Yeah.
And he threw one, and I went to avoid it, and I caught my foot on a piece of the boat.
Yeah.
And then just slipped and like slapped hard on the deck.
Yeah.
And like,
it's a normal way to get injured.
yeah,
Trying
he's
to
like,
catch a lobster.
He was like, "Are
Casual.
you okay?" And after I said I was okay, then everybody laughed.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we got done with the islands, and instead of boating back because the water was a little rough, and so he called his private plane, and we flew back.
Of course.
Flew back
Why
to Nassau, and at Nassau we stayed. We were like, "Oh, we can stay at the Atlantis." So,
And then you helicoptered back to Baltimore.
yeah, pretty much. And we spent the last day at the Atlantis, and I have to say, I looked at before the Atlantis, and I was like, "Oh, that'd be a good vacation for the kids." It is basically a cruise ship that doesn't move.
Oh.
Like the clientele there.
Yeah.
No offense if you are clientele of the Atlantis. I'm sure you're not the ones I'm talking about. But yeah, it was cruise ship people.
I've never been on a cruise ship, but no, I think we talked about this before. I don't really have a desire
yeah,
to be.
me neither.
Especially after going down there like this, I've never been on a cruise ship either, but I don't think you'd want to see it because what you see is where the cruise ships take you. So like the fact that they have like a manufactured island,
Yeah.
and then you go to
Oh, I was in when I went to the Bahamas. I was on an outer island called Eleuthera, which is pretty much not developed. There's just like there's hardly anything there, and there's this beautiful beach on the southern end that was like untouched. Rated one of the most beautiful beaches in the world, limestone cliffs and everything. It's now a Disney cruise stop.
Yeah.
So like we were one of the last probably people to be there before it turned into Disney. 'Cause it was like a month before that they shut it all down.
I will tell you, we went
And
to
I don't know, it makes me like
That's a bummer.
just makes it
it takes the polish off.
yeah
We did go to one bar that I think you would have loved.
yeah.
Okay, so after dinner, I can't remember where we ate dinner the first night. It's bothering me so
It's
much.
all right.
But we ended up going to this bar. He's like, oh, this is in the town. We'll go to the bar. Like this was straight out of like the movies of like, we walk, it's a rundown shack. The light over the pool table wasn't working. So they just had like a Home Depot clamp light over top of the pool table. The pool table's felt was all ripped up.
Yeah, it sounds like my basement.
Yeah. They had a row of bottles like just on a table with a sign over it said $1 shots. So basically you pick your bottle, pour a shot, and like the clientele was deep bohemian. Like you could tell these people were born on that island, live on that island, and are dying on that island.
Did you get any black market goods from them? And did you try to procure anything?
No, I mean I didn't even have a beer at that place.
Okay.
The other guys we played pool, had beers, but I was like ready for like to get hurt.
Yeah, I mean you stay there too long, have a couple of drinks, you never know.
But they were
where
actually
the night could take you.
Super friendly.
Yeah. Did it look like one of those bars that always where 007 starts out at every movie? Or like,
it looks like
Mission Impossible.
It looks like
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, it's always
like when they're in Haiti
Right.
and it's a rundown shack and he knows a guy. He's like, come out, and he's like, that guy happens to have the supercharged boat.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was like. It was painted royal blue inside, and it smelled of linoleum. And there's that fan that's going get and then there's another plugged-in fan that didn't work. Like,
it's like they're just making electric happen any way they can.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing on the island. They're like sometimes the power just goes out.
Yeah.
They had diesel generators on there was like a little island, and diesel generators created all the energy for the big island.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, if it goes out, somebody calls their cousin and they'll be like, go over there and fix it.
That's crazy.
But,
man.
and you're like, it costs probably more to fuel it that way, but the government supports, like they want the family islands to do well and to become something.
Yeah.
So the government supports it.
That's what you have to do.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, insane. Like I can't, if you want to see any of it, I guess you can go over and look at my personal
at TF Newberger at Instagram.
He just wants more likes on his
come on,
reels.
man.
Dude, Jarrett's probably getting more likes than you at this point.
I know. Yeah, people were not into Bougie Thomas. But yeah, and then the last night, the best meal I can remember. We went to Nobu, and we just drank lychee martinis and ate sushi, and we got this hot rock that you put Wagyu beef on. The Wagyu beef just melted in your mouth.
Hot rock. It's way too rich for me.
It was. I can't wait to get the bill, because so what we did is we're lumping
you
it all
don't
together.
Have a bill yet?
No.
What the?
Yeah. When I get that bill, we're all kind of just like splitting it.
Do you want me to check Bitcoin where it's at right now?
I know. I'm lucky it's up. But
okay. Oh yeah, it's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
It's gonna be gone.
Yeah. And I gambled. I meant to tell you that because I know I'm tough on Megan when she gambles.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Is I feel like the cruise ship crowd is always is the same as the casino crowd.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gambled at two places. We went to Bahama
and
we played blackjack.
Okay.
And I actually really like blackjack.
What was the limit on it?
We started at a $15 table.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah,
that's
it's reasonable.
Bad.
And that was a problem when we went over to Atlantis. They started at 25.
Oh yeah.
So
you need a bankroll for that.
So yeah, so we play, and I was a little nervous. So Rob didn't have his cash with him when we were at Bahama. So I was like, oh no, that was the night he fronted me cash. I didn't have my cash when we went to Bahama. So he fronted me some cash to play blackjack. As soon as I won his money back, I gave him his money. I'd been drinking and I went up like $400.
On a $15 table?
Yeah.
That's insane.
I went up like $400, but then I kept tipping.
Oh gosh.
I was tipping the drinker, I was tipping the dealer, and people were like getting mad because I kept like every hand. I was like, "Here's a tip," and so I ended up losing all of that.
Oh my gosh!
But I had already paid Robbie back, so it wasn't like a loss.
Yeah.
But I had a really good time, so I was like, that was fun. So then we go to Atlantis, and I gambled there, and I fronted Robbie some money, and as soon as he won back, he gave me my money back.
Yeah.
And then I was playing, I was like, it's my last day. I don't really know how to play roulette. I'm going to play roulette.
Yeah.
whatever. I said, and I went up.
This explains. Continue.
I went up like $200.
Yeah.
And this one was a $15 roulette table. And I lost it all back down to my original $100 bet. And so I took that chip and I'm walking away.
No. You put it all down?
Listen.
Okay.
I'm walking away. I'm going to go cash it in at the cashier. And and the night before I won $25 on blackjack, and I was like, I'm just going to leave. I won $25. That's good enough for me.
Okay.
But today I'm walking away with that $100 chip. And I look at Rob and I go, should I go? Because here's how I lost in roulette. I was up, and $15 table made it $200 up.
Yeah.
And then I kept just betting on black, and it rolled 6 in a row red.
Yeah.
So I'm walking away from the table. I got the $100 chip. I'm like, I didn't lose any money.
Right.
And I go, should I go back and just put this on black and just see if it hits? Because I feel like it has to hit after 6 reds.
Yeah.
It's gotta go black.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I'll flip a coin, whichever side. This is black, this is red. I'll bet that. I'll put this whole chip on that. So we go back, throw it down on black, rolls.
It's red.
Yeah.
And you never feel like you don't feel dumb before you bet.
Yeah.
You feel dumb after you bet. Like you feel like a brilliant person if you win. You're like, I knew I was so smart.
Yeah.
I walked away from that table like, not so smart.
Yeah, I remember when I was touring and I was dead broke, and we'd go to casinos like in the West, like the Native American casinos, which tax you like crazy. I don't recommend it. Because they take a rake aside from the usual, like.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they take like 50 cents a hand, which is insane for.
So no matter, they're already winning because everybody loses.
And then they have a tax on top of it. This is in Oklahoma, but they take 50 cents per hand at blackjack, which adds up.
Yeah.
And I was dead broke at the time, so if I was betting $15, $20, like that was stressful for me. And so I don't recommend doing that. I didn't do it often, but it was always like, if I could just win $20, that's like beer for the next 3 days. So that was where my priorities were at that time. But I was thinking, the last few days I've been getting crazy algorithm reels in Facebook of like casino bets. And I was like, why the hell am I getting all these like roulette and blackjack like betting strategies? And because I never seen it before. I don't never go to a casino.
Do you think it's just location based me?
100%. Yeah. And it knows we're connected so closely to each other that it's showing me all these.
Isn't there YouTube the same?
What's that?
Like it's the Believe in the Run channel, right?
No, it was it was showing me on my personal Facebook and Instagram feeds.
Yeah, it's like, what's Robbie not doing with Thomas?
Yeah.
Why are you guys separated?
Knowing that we're probably going to be talking about this, because I was going to be like, oh, I've been seeing a bunch of these things, and I just connected the dots. That's why.
Yeah.
Like, for sure.
That's insane.
Which is kind of annoying. And I used to get a lot of fish. I'm used to getting a lot of fishing ones, but I feel like I've gotten even more of the last.
When I was down there, especially with this group of guys, because they're such a nice group to be with, you would have really enjoyed that type of fishing and just laid back. Like,
yeah,
it's like no big deal.
He's like, yeah, definitely. I get it. Wish I was there.
Keep rubbing it in.
Well, no, I'm just saying maybe one of these days we go back and do a feature. I will say that I got the itch to run the last day when we were at the Atlantis.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you could probably run around this resort and get enough miles, because in the morning it was pretty quiet.
Yeah.
And I did see a couple of runners there. I would check everybody's shoes to see if there's any a lot of Brooks.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
casino crowd.
We did all. Yeah, exactly. We did all the water slides. We did all the fun stuff there.
So
yeah.
So you haven't run since New York City.
All right. So first check-in. I gotta say, you're probably running right now, or at least you're actively thinking about running, because why would you be listening to a running podcast? Well, this podcast is a little different anyway, because we talk about anything. Anyhow, I got to say, I don't normally take this long of a break after a marathon, or even just a break in general from running. And it was quite refreshing. This past week and a half almost, I didn't do any running. I relaxed, I had fun, lived life in a different kind of way. And I have to say, you might want to try it. It's kind of cool. So next time you have a little chance to maybe step outside that cycle of sign up, run a marathon, sign up, run a marathon, sign up, run a marathon, maybe just take a little break, clear your head, do some other stuff. It's not going to kill you. Get back into it. I have not. And you know what was weird? I got, so if you didn't listen to the last podcast, New York City went in the crapper for me. Mm-hmm. And it's weird. Normally I'd feel bad, but I think it went so far south that I'm like, it wasn't like I tried and kind of missed. It was like just a disaster. And I found out, Jarrett, who was with us, got COVID after it.
Yep.
And then I talked to...
Dude, I don't even care. I'm saying it.
Our friend Jen.
Whatever. It's COVID. So like at this point.
Yeah, our friend Jen.
Yeah.
She, after New York City, Maryland, she said she was just like regular around and was having trouble breathing, like couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
And had to go to the doctor and they prescribed her an inhaler. So I don't know if I had a cold or COVID or something, but I definitely feel like...
I mean, I definitely had a cold that Friday. And I think that played into the whole thing. Who knows? It might have been COVID. And I feel like that played into the whole thing as well as feeling like I never felt right.
Yeah.
Legs felt dead.
It was just that training went so well.
Yeah.
And
no, I'm the same way.
Like I would think that, honestly, I was feeling like sub 330 would be great. Mm-hmm. A 340 and below, like that's what I would expect on like if things just went normal.
Yeah.
And like above 340 would have been like a bad day.
You're coughing up blood, dude.
Yeah.
It's a weird day.
Yeah. So I'm kind of like just writing it off as like, hey, I had the fortitude to finish and that's it. But yeah, so I haven't run. I had to drive the boys to school this morning. It was my first day back. I got back around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
Last
night. Yeah.
So I was just like, I'll start tomorrow.
Meg, what are you up to?
I'm still running.
Yeah.
How many miles last week?
I did 91 last week.
And how many miles are you going to do this week?
It'll be closer to 80.
Just for fun. You're not training for anything.
When you say closer to 80, will it be closer to 90?
No, it'll be closer to 80.
Okay.
I am just trying to stay fit and see what I can do right now.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll see.
Cool.
We'll see. I am not running much, but we'll see how yours goes.
Mm-hmm. We will see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got back. I don't know. My ankle and Achilles, like that whole area of my foot has not felt 100% yet. So
do you feel like it's rusty?
Like what do you mean?
Like if you had kept running, like say you twisted your ankle.
There's no.
Okay.
It was
Did you see that thing?
It was not in good shape.
It was looking gnarly.
Yeah, to run on, not good. So and actually it's like my Achilles hurts a little bit still, but I ran last night with Rye, my kid, who, we got a turkey trot in 9 days. We got to get kind of grease the wheels, if you know what I mean.
Are you guys running it together?
Yeah.
Does he have a goal?
I have a goal for him, but no.
What is it? What do you want?
I
sub
want
10-minute mile?
Sub 20.
I would want for him to I think he could run sub 9s for 5K, but I don't really have a goal. It's whatever it's going to be. I think he can do that.
I remember the last 5K that Theo ran with me.
Yeah.
I remember him. I'm like, he really wanted to, he was all red faced, wanted to slow down. I'm like, look, this is it. If you hold up right now, you'll be proud of yourself. If you stop and walk, you're going to feel like you could have given more.
Mm, yeah.
And so he was like almost in tears, which, I thought, okay, he's just really trying really hard. Mm-hmm. He finished that one, and then that was the last one he did with me.
Yeah. No, we would just... So the interesting thing with this turkey trot that we're doing is that it's very big. So they have 2 waves, an 8 o'clock and a 9 o'clock. And
this is in
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Ooh, is this Harrisburg?
No, it's in Palmyra.
And they have enough for 2 waves?
Actually, where I was born. Yeah, it's huge.
Wow.
It sells out every year, and so this year they open up 2 waves. So it's an 8 o'clock and
a
9
people?
o'clock, which is, I want to say That's a good question. I'm not sure.
So are you
I
doing
thought that it was 500 before, but
8 or 9?
so I'm gonna do the 8 o'clock, and then I'm gonna run with Rye at 9 o'clock.
Oh, so you're gonna
nice.
race?
Yeah,
You're
gonna
doubling up.
Yeah, so I'm trying to race.
Are you have a goal?
I mean, I'd like to maybe PR if that's like a possibility.
What would
Which
be
is?
a PR?
Under 19, 17? Yeah, so maybe like low 19.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know
Okay,
if it's possible.
What shoe?
I haven't run it that fast in a long time. I think I'm gonna do the On Cloud Boom Echo 3.
Yeah, nice.
Wait. See, this is crazy to me.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna tell you, you don't do that.
Okay. Thanks.
Well, you twisted your ankle last time you wore
I
it.
did, but it was also like
And you were like, it's too narrow.
it was on like an acorn strewn path that was like not great for.
Robbe. Why not the Hoka?
I mean, the Rocket X2 maybe not. Yeah, I could maybe be into that because I haven't actually done a race in it, so it might be a possibility.
I'd go with the
I
just
got
like
bad juju.
It feels like a more racer shoe.
right, like especially for a 5K.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
I'm concerned for your health.
Well, I think the thing too is that
Your
when
ankles.
I sprained my ankle, I think I was like on a weird. I think I was running slowly too, which is like at that point because it was like a break in between my hill repeats. So I think I was maybe like that heel area in that shoe is really narrow. So I feel like if you're landing 4 foot, might
You're
not
okay.
be as big of an issue.
All right.
I don't know. Now you're like in my head because now you're basically the person who jinxed me in the. You're jinxing me.
Geez.
I jinxed you. When did I jinx
No, the
you?
person who in the marathon.
Remember,
Oh,
she
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, "Don't twist your ankle."
Yeah.
For me,
I love that shoe. I do love that shoe.
which one they
For
on?
like a
Echo 3?
short, yeah, like short speed.
If I hadn't torn the rubber off of mine, I'd still be into it too.
$275
Yeah,
shoe.
the rubber's
rubber,
totally fine coming off.
But the
What is the pace for like say that you could break 19? Say you could be 18 high.
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out. What is it?
I don't know.
Meg's looking it up. But what was I gonna say about the On? I don't know. Anyways, we ran like 1.5 miles last night to get.
Wait, yeah. What was your shoe of choice for your first run back?
Oh, I Super Blast. I just was like
Yeah.
wanted something kind of. It
Some-
was whatever.
Someone was DMing me yesterday about Super Blast, and they said that they were like, "How many miles do you think I should get out of this?" And I was like, "Oh, like 1,000,000." But she said her first pair she got like 500, and her second pair is completely dead after 250 miles or something.
That is weird.
It was like maybe you got a lemon. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. That
250
seems like a
miles.
hard shoe to kill because
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
the turbo on that. I don't know. My first shoe that I'm going to go back to is the one that we're going to be talking about later, which is this Cloudeclipse. I ran in it before the New York City Marathon. I really liked it, but
Yeah.
I'm going to put it back on.
So a 19:10 5K is a 6:10 pace.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. It sounds faster than I can do.
Do you know what makes? Do you know what Meg's repeats are for her easy fartlek?
What?
5:30.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah, for 400.
Yeah.
Wait, how many 400s?
Here's my reasoning
12.
behind this.
12.
And this is like over a year ago, but I was when we were in Oregon at the A6 5K Uplift 5K.
Yeah.
That was my PR as a 1917, and we slept like 4.5 hours the night before.
We were
And we were
middle
throwing
of
in
grit.
huge miles
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, so it was like a crazy. If I did that then, I feel like maybe I can do it. I don't know, but I'm also older.
That was a good course too. You're a year
Yeah.
older.
Yeah,
Come
what's
on.
this course
It's
like?
it's flat.
Okay.
I think
I don't doubt you can do it.
so.
Why not do
You
it?
got that marathon fitness, you
And
got
I
fresh legs.
I did pretty good in the mile, so I'm like, if I can split the difference, I feel like I can do it.
I mean, I'd be impressed.
We'll see.
If you want my approval and pride,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, you got to do it.
I'll be impressed if you win.
But
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for the win. Beat that 16-year-old.
I won't. Yeah, there's always that. There's always like one 16-year-old and one 45-year-old who are going to run a 17-minute.
Yeah,
Sub
the local duo,
Yeah,
and he'll do it. The 16-year-old will do it in like some crazy shoe, like an Ultra Boost or
yeah, definitely.
you know,
And basketball shorts.
yeah,
Yeah.
Brooks Beast,
Yeah,
that are 10 years old.
for sure. But the what was I going to say? Oh, I went to talk because we were talking about the marathon, and I had a couple people reach out to me about the guy running with the dog.
Oh yeah.
So, do you remember this, Thomas?
Sort of, yeah.
There was a guy.
I don't understand how you get to run with a dog.
That's the point.
The whole thing. That's the mystery. So at mile 10 in Brooklyn, when it was crazy, there was a guy
Running with a dog.
running with a dog on a leash, a small dog,
Yeah, I remember this.
and I was stunned, and I saw him at the finish line as well. And I was like, well, someone just had to hand him the dog like in the middle of the course.
That's
right?
what I figured. You can't start Staten Island with a dog.
You can, because somebody reached out to me and said he was standing beside me in the starting corral with the dog, which makes me wonder. It doesn't make me feel good that you can get past security with a dog because
Yeah,
Yeah,
how
what
does
is it?
that
You tuck
happen?
it. You tuck it in your bag, I guess.
apparently you just get past security with anything. And B, if you were allowed in, why? Because there's no way it was good for that dog. The dog was like this. It's like a quarter the size of Ralphie.
Also, it's no
Ralphie.
good for other runners,
I didn't want to body shame you, Ralphie.
and it's got to be against the rules.
He's
like
kinda fat,
he
it's
should
okay.
get disqualified from running New York City. Like his results should be taken away.
Well, right. And that's what I don't So I actually emailed New York Roadrunners, have not heard a response back
Look
yet.
at Robbe. You're like marathon investigator,
But
for dogs.
but they were on, I guess, vacation maybe till Monday. So maybe they're getting back to me.
Take a bite out of crime.
What's that guy's name? McGruff?
Yeah, McGruff.
McGriff?
I think
McGruff?
it's
McGruff. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll
if
report back.
If you get this dog out, we're gonna have to
Yeah.
get you a trench coat and that. Did he have I think he had like a magnifying glass or something.
Yeah, like the hat and the trench coat.
You can help take a bite out of crime.
Yeah. He either looked like a detective or the guy that sells watches on the street.
Yeah.
But
With
yeah,
a dog head.
yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. I want to do an article how to get into the New York City Marathon with a dog, if they did allow it, and then I don't know. We'll
Then
probably
next
never run
year,
the race again.
next year it'll have like
We'll never
a
allow
1,000.
back.
Look, I'm not running New York again. I am not.
I don't think
He says right now.
No. That course and me have history. I thought third time's a charm. I'm gonna break this thing. It broke me again.
You're done.
Yeah, I'm done. Like I loved London. I loved Tokyo. I love Boston.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gonna like Berlin, but New York, I know everybody thinks it's the greatest, and you hear everybody talk about how great it is with the crowds and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't need crowds.
I still like it better. The overall experience I like better than Boston.
Really?
Yeah,
I love Boston.
not the. I think the course Boston is easier course, but
Yeah.
Easier, I would say.
Different.
Different, but I don't like New York. Just feels like it's uphill the whole time.
yeah, New York just feel like there's like flat portions of Boston.
Yeah,
New York feels like it's always hills.
there's great downhills in Boston.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You guys know how I carried a water bottle the whole time for the New York City Marathon?
Yes.
Because I didn't want to buy another one
Mm-hmm.
because I had just purchased that one. And normally I will run with it until like 15 or whatever
And
and
you
then
toss
toss
it.
it.
And what bottle do you use?
The Nathan Speed Draw. It's
that-
like $30.
It's the only good one.
Yeah.
The quick draw is a bad
I
one.
still have trouble finding like a good water.
I think
bottle.
that's the only good water bottle.
Yeah.
And
It is.
And they have the other one, which is terrible.
So we've got to put a link to this water bottle because I don't even know which one it is. I want one. Meg's like, you can't get one because I don't think it's mine.
It's the one with the skinny spout. The one with
Yeah.
the wide spout that Nathan makes is actually a terrible water
Yeah.
bottle. This is the one, right?
Yeah. But
Without
it's a
the phone
different.
holder.
Yeah.
Without the phone holder.
So yeah, it's the 18-ounce speed. Or no, that's a Speed View. It's Speed Draw.
That the speed view is the speed
This.
draw. It just has the
Oh,
phone
okay.
holder.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So Megan, you ran all of New York City with your water bottle.
Yeah, and I didn't toss it, which was kind of annoying, but I was like, then I'll have it and I can reuse it because I'm still training or whatever.
So did you use it again?
So I did use it again. And I took it out for one of my workouts, and we have this, we call it the Annex Loop, or it's called the Annex Loop in Patterson Park, where it's like a
basically our
makeshift
track.
800-meter circle. And so I do this all the time where I leave my bottle in like one section of the park if I'm doing like 800s or 1Ks, and I can take a sip in between the reps.
Yeah.
So left it in my normal spot, like against a lamppost. And I'm doing my workout. I drank it a few times. And then towards the end of my workout, I ran by and I was like, wait, where did I leave it in a different place?
Did you see anybody checking it out?
There was a couple of people like looking at it weirdly. And I was like, they know that that's like my bottle. And
Wait, there really was people looking at it?
yeah, like when I was like walking by, like they like did a double take of like what's that sitting there, but I didn't think much of it.
Does it have like a pouch or a pocket on it? Maybe
Yeah.
they thought there was money or something in it.
It does. It has a front pouch where I had a disgusting gel in it, and I had not washed this bottle since New York, so it had all of the grime and disgustingness from New York City Marathon on it.
It's a booby trap right
And
there.
someone freaking took it
Like in the middle of your workout?
in the
or-
middle of my
Oh,
workout.
I thought this was like after you came back.
No. I was like on the other side of the loop, I guess. And I came back around and it was gone. And I was like, you've got to be freaking
No
kidding
A
me.
way.
half bottle of dirty, nasty scratch.
Yeah, like disgusting.
That you've been sipping on when you're all sweaty and stuff like that. Someone took her bottle.
Yeah.
Like who wants that?
I mean, in other news, I found a water bottle last week. No.
Pete Draw, the best one.
Yeah. I mean,
He's like, this one?
if I saw that. Yeah.
That's like when you, like in the summer, when you take off your shirt and you throw it in a tree.
yeah.
Nobody's going to take
Right.
that. I sweat all in it.
Yeah.
And then you come back and your shirt's gone.
Yeah.
But
That's, man, I can't believe someone stole it in the middle. I thought you meant like it was sitting there for a half a day. You went back or something.
Like in the middle of my workout. Which I was like kind of upset about too, because I was like, I'm thirsty. I want that now. And damn it.
all right, second check-in. Yeah, I'm still taking a break. Still haven't run. And I'm not even worried that my fitness is going to go anywhere because, you know what? There's always time to build up fitness. And we've got plenty of time before those spring marathons, unless you're running like, I don't know, CIM or Houston or something like that. You got time to kind of just relax, pick out your race for the spring if you're into it, and get into that. Plus, if you're going to we're going to talk about grit in a little bit. If you're going to do grit, it's a good time to just get some base miles in.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder how far they went before they realized this is just a gross thing I'm holding.
Or
Like, now
maybe
that-
they were like, look at this chick. She's so attractive. I want to suck on her bottle. When she's
Oh
not
my
looking.
God, Thomas.
Or into the bottle fetish, but it's not baby bottles. It's runners.
Now that I think
Handhelds.
about that, it had that front pouch.
Yeah,
I'm assuming
yeah.
they probably thought something was in there.
Yeah, they're probably like, maybe she tucks a couple of bucks in
But
there.
then once you realize, like, put it back. Give it back to
Right.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you'd be so embarrassed that you stole a water bottle that you're just.
Or maybe you've been walking around being like, I have no way to hold liquids. I have no way to, what could I use?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I saw this person. They clearly left it by a pole. They don't want it. I'll take this vessel.
Yeah. Man, so yesterday I was picked up my kid from school and he was like, which the school's right by where you go running or where you lost your water bottle. So maybe he took it. He's been really into finding stuff lately.
Ask him if he's found a water
The
bottle.
genes have passed on.
The scavengers.
We found a tin of like a Christmas cookies tin. And did I tell you this?
You did.
Oh,
You did.
okay.
But the audience hasn't heard it.
On our walk to school, and he was like losing his mind. He's like, "This is amazing." He's like, we have to take this home.
Wait,
And
there was just a tin of cookies on the ground?
like an empty one,
Okay.
and like with
A
the
cookie
lid,
tin with no cookies.
with the lid on it.
Okay.
And he was like, "We gotta take this home and we'll bake cookies and give it to Nene for Christmas, my mom." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, we should." And so I was like, "I'll grab it when I'm on my way back home." So I did, and I washed it, and now we have cookie tin.
Oh my gosh.
But I mean, it was pretty much. I think it was like someone giving it away for free. You know how people put stuff on their stoop and give it away for free, and then someone took it and then just discarded
Decided
it.
they didn't want a
Yeah.
cookie tin.
Um,
Maybe they ate all the cookies.
yeah. But anyway, so he tells me yesterday that his teacher, I guess like a bag that he had, I don't think it was his backpack, but it may be a bag of school. She said, it looks like a mouse. There's a little hole in it. She said, it looks like a mouse chewed through that. And he tells his teacher, my dad likes to kill rats. To which she says, my dad kills rats. She said, for his job? And he said, no, it's his hobby. So
It is kind of your hobby.
so, like, I had to explain to him that I don't do it for fun. Like, it's a thing to help.
You're a superhero.
Wait, how did
just,
you find out this happened?
rat
Did he
killing.
tell your
Yeah,
teacher?
no,
come
he
to
told-
you?
he told me.
Okay.
So now I'm like, do I have to clarify to his teacher that I'm not just a rat hobbyist.
You live that one out.
A death hobbyist.
No, this is good.
No, this will put fear in her.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause
actually a good point.
She'll be like,
Yeah.
I'm not giving that kid a weird grade. We're
Dad
getting him
kills
right
rats.
out of this grade.
That's true.
Never see him again.
Oh man. And okay, and I actually want to bring this up with you, Meg, because you're a Taylor Swift fan.
Yeah.
Apparently, everyone in the entire world is. Dude, there's people in Argentina where she's on her world tour now.
And yes, Kelsey was there.
Wait. Oh yeah, he was there. I saw the video.
Yeah.
Of them.
Hugging. It's the best embrace.
I guess so.
Okay.
But the people camped out for 5 months inside in front of the stadium.
No.
This is true. There's a group of girls
I would believe it.
that camped out. There's I think 40 of them that took shifts, or like 30 of them that took shifts throughout this 5 months, where they held their spot in line so that they could be the first into the stadium to run to like the front, because I guess there was general admission in the
Oh my god.
in the front area or whatever.
That's commitment.
And literally, like, one girl quit her job to take shifts in the line. They're crazy. Like, Argentina people are nuts when it comes to fandom.
I didn't hear that. That's actually insane.
Yeah, New York Times did a story on it. It's crazy. But
5 months.
yeah, 5 months, legitimately, not even making that.
So is the embrace that they got, is that I've been married for 3 years to 10 years embrace, or is that an embrace that you only get when you're dating?
The Kelsey Swift embrace.
Yeah.
That looked dating.
That's dating.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know where my expectations are, but like when I come home from a trip, I want that.
You want that?
I want that.
Good luck.
Did you see it?
No, I haven't seen it. But
Dude,
I'm guessing if
there's
it's
no way.
newsworthy.
Well, I don't even remember the last time that was even a thing. Yeah. That's in any situation. It's been like high school maybe.
It was very cute.
Yeah.
I'll show you the video.
Why don't you just show me by doing it?
So is that Thomas's love language?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So anyways,
It's not mine.
no. We're at a stalemate. But the issue that I have, and I tried to tell my wife to bring this up at parent teacher conferences last week. She didn't do it. But
That rat killing should be made an extracurricular
Yeah,
activity
yeah.
at your elementary school.
should be an after school program.
You
No,
need to train them young.
the teachers in his grade are full on Swifties, obsessed with Taylor Swift. And it's becoming an issue because during class, like when they're working, they don't play any other music but Taylor Swift.
I love this.
And they'll play like the instrumental versions, or if it has a explicit word in it, they'll play the Kids Bop versions, or they'll play the regular versions. And my kid doesn't know any other music now except for Taylor Swift.
No, you're talking about their music class. They're not just playing music during classes.
No, this is classes.
Wait,
normal classes.
I'm studying math and there's Taylor Swift on.
Like if they're
in the
working
background?
on their home, it's classwork. She puts on all the teachers do this.
I
in his
never had
grade.
music.
Are all the teachers female?
Yes,
Okay.
of course. And
Why do you say of course? They're like I think
There's
How
male.
many-
There's male
all right.
Swifties.
Yeah.
Not of course, 99%.
Kelsey's probably
probably-
playing a lot of it.
Yeah.
Okay. But you would have.
Imagine getting in his car and it's just like Taylor Swift all the time. You'd be like, dude, come
No.
on.
I would say overwhelmingly that's probably the case with Swifties. Would you not say so?
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean,
Okay.
she does sing, like the songs aren't universal. Like they are.
Geared towards women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Taylor Swift. I appreciate
It's
a lot of her songs. I like.
You're the problem.
Yeah. Do they have a shirt that says it's me, I'm the teacher, it's me.
At
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And so I feel like this needs to be addressed.
Diversification.
That's exactly why. I don't know, play a little hip hop, play some Beatles, play some anything.
Well, you know how you could take care of it right away. Everybody's so woke these days. You could just be like, "Look, are we only
That's my
playing
angle.
Caucasian artists?"
That's actually the angle I'm going to go for.
Okay.
So I'm going to be like,
Look, my child is half Asian. I don't hear any K-pop or any.
we still don't play that. But no, I would think that would be like, but it actually, not joking, I do actually think that is a good point where you're really, their horizons aren't broadening. You're pigeonholed into a Taylor Swift vortex of, I don't even know what. And I feel like there should be like a little bit of a breadth of music if you're playing it in the classroom.
No, I agree with you. I think that's fair and valid.
Yeah.
Also, are they requesting Taylor Swift to the house?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just tell him, just send him my way.
He's like, oh, because I let him.
What's his favorite song?
I let him download like a song a week on his. It's an old iPhone we have that I let him use for music, and it's like, I want to download Willow by Taylor Swift.
That's a good one.
How's that song
Good
go?
pick. Good pick.
Can you sing a little?
I'm like, it's a little out of context for your age, so I'm gonna pass on that one. Because it is about her sneaking in her boyfriend's room or whatever. It's like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, but you don't like.
I know he doesn't
When I was
know.
young,
Yeah.
I listened to Frankie Goes to Hollywood Relax over and over. I had no idea what they were talking about.
I mean, this one's a little more direct. I feel like Willow.
Yeah,
is.
her lyrics are.
Frankie, relax. Don't do it when you want to come.
Okay, but
That's pretty specific.
well, at least come as a homonym. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, but just hang out.
Yeah, when I think you can interpret it that way.
As a child. Yeah.
I don't know, but I just think that there needs to be a little bit of a, like, and I also don't understand how you can be that into Taylor Swift that, like, it consumes you that much. She's good. She's fine.
I
Some of
don't
her songs
know.
are, I just don't understand the, like, all-in obsession.
I went through a Smiths phase.
But you were also, like, high
high
school and
school,
depressed. Yeah.
And like
These,
that
you're
was
talking
on.
about adults
Yeah,
that are
that's
what I
grown
mean, yeah.
humans that should be
Oh,
able to.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. Our household has a lot of Taylor Swift. I have
Allie on the run is
sometimes
probably losing her mind right now listening to this.
Yeah.
I have to ask Megan every once in a while. Okay, maybe listen to something that's not Taylor Swift.
I don't play that a lot. I
So
play.
you're the problem. It's you.
I definitely am, but come on, I do not play it that often.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't. I don't dislike, and I don't hate it. Like, it's fine. I do like listen to it though, and I'm like, when I listen to music, like usually the emotion behind it means something to me to a certain degree. Like, I won't. There's one song I took out of my rotation because I didn't like the context of the lyrics. And so, like, you hear Taylor Swift, and it goes from everything from highs to like I hate you,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, and you're just like, do you listen to the words, or is it just?
I mean,
music?
sometimes I love like her song "Exile" with Bon Iver. Like, I love
Yeah,
that
that's a
song.
good
I
one.
listen to that song all the time. And there's some of them that I think are really good, but I'm also not listening to the full catalog for all my days, forever and ever. Amen.
Okay.
She's got a lot of songs to go through.
Yeah.
I did realize when we were in the Bahamas, I don't like country music. It depresses
Wait,
me.
even on a boat?
On a boat, it depresses me.
Okay, this is the craziest thing because the whole time Thomas was gone, I was blaring country music because I
Yeah.
know you don't really like it, but I'm also like it's.
Yeah.
I think it's uplifting. A lot of them.
For
I
sure.
found it totally depressing.
Really?
It might correlate with the fact that country music came into my life when my parents got divorced.
Yeah. Could have a deeper.
Like, my mom started dating a dude who was into country music,
yeah.
and I was just like, and I just equated it with
Okay.
like a lower level of.
But I feel like if you're in the Bahamas, for example, and that's playing, like you can
Yeah.
enjoy that.
I couldn't. I realized because I was sitting on the boat and I was like, why am I down right now? Like, I'm in the middle of the
Was it-
ocean. I'm depressed.
Was it post marathon blues?
No, this was freaking country music making me think about my life. Like, I was like,
Maybe Morrissey should do a country album.
oh.
Did you see the Post Malone at the CMAs? Did you see him do that?
No,
One
So
of my-
Post Malone did a country song at the CMAs.
he wouldn't allow the CMAs be on the television.
Okay.
No, I did not do that.
Yeah,
I
you did.
Maybe.
And he was better than all the. He was better than Morgan
I believe
Wallen.
it,
Like
yeah.
he did great.
Well, I love the. I don't know if you're familiar with them. One of their songs went kind of commercial. It's
Yeah.
Matt Johnson. One of his songs went commercial. This is the day, and then people got into it. But before that, like, it was kind of obscure alternative music. And so, but I used to buy all his albums, and then he did Honky Tonkin', which was an album that was a tribute to Hank Williams, not Hank Williams Jr., but Hank Williams.
yeah.
And so he did a lot of covers for that. And I loved his music, and I tried to be like, like you buy a CD back then and you try to force yourself
Yeah.
to listen.
Yeah.
I just never could get there. And the sad thing was, then I saw him live, and he was playing it like it used to be. I forget what it's called. In Fells Point, there's like a little venue that used to be there on the corner. Now it's like the Up Down or something like that.
Oh, it used to be the Fletcher's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He came and played, and he started playing, and it sounded fine to us. And he was playing, and he's like, "The sound is off. I don't like it." And so he came out after playing one song, was like, "This song is I can't have my music sound like this." And we were all like, "It sounded amazing."
Okay.
And so he's like, comes out with an acoustic guitar, played one song for us, and left.
Oh, that's terrible.
And I was just like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, that's awful. But I feel like every time I go to Florida, as soon as I land, it's like find the country station, keep that on the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just that vibe. But
It's like me and going back to Charleston, South Carolina.
And I actually used to despise country music because I grew up and like that's literally surrounded me was just everybody that I knew listened to country music, and I wanted so badly to get out of that. And now I've kind of like come around full circle where I enjoy it at times, and I don't know, it's just like you don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
Just have a good time.
Yeah.
All right. So
as soon as the music changed, I came out of my funk, and I was like, "Oh, it's the music that's making me sad."
Yeah, can we put on some Morrissey or The Cure so I can actually have my spirits lifted?
Yeah.
Weirdo.
Or if we really want to get into it, how about some Depeche Mode?
Yeah, you're that kid in what's it? The movie with
I know you talk about where they're on the elevator and the girl says,
with in Wedding Crashers.
"Oh yeah,
You're that
I'm gonna go to my room.
Yes.
You're that kid.
Let's play Tummy Sticks."
Oh man,
That's a good movie.
Third and final check-in. I mentioned Grit earlier. It's gonna sell out quick. Make sure you get into that. But the best part about Grit is it's a tough time of year to keep your fitness up, and you have a whole community of people who are doing the same thing. You can follow along, get inspired, see what people are up to. Maybe you get a little competitive. Maybe just decide that you just want to compete with yourself and do the mileage that would just keep you busy and in shape for the winter. So you got a lot of stuff to do. Plus, it's a great way to start off the new year. So think about it. But you better not think too long because it'll sell out.
All right, should we talk about the shoe we got here?
Yeah.
I guess
Are we
so.
out of time? Because I feel like we're just getting warmed up.
Oh gosh,
I don't know about
what's
that.
the timestamp over there?
I know we're an hour in.
Yeah, we got to talk about the shoe.
All right. So I have a solid run on this shoe.
Before we talk about the shoe, we should talk about Grit.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Booyah.
So 1 week from today,
Yeah, Grit will be opening.
when this podcast
Robbie,
comes
what
out.
are the levels? We're going to space, people.
Yeah.
What are the levels this year?
So it's Winter Grit Space Odyssey. The levels are, let me see if I can remember this. 25 miles. Oh, we should give people the overview who maybe don't know about it.
Okay. So Grit is a running challenge that we do twice a year. And we pick pretty much the crappiest month of the year to do it in the summer and the crappiest month in the winter. So in the summer, it's July. And in the winter, it's January.
Yeah.
So what we're looking for is a hot
Yep.
and a cold.
And so we have 5 distance levels. You pick your level. So it's 25 to 300 miles interspersed within there. So it's 25 miles is the moon, 50 miles is Mars, 100 miles is Jupiter, 200 miles Saturn, 300 plus miles is Milky Way out of this universe, out of this galaxy. Yeah.
It's in Milky Way is in our galaxy.
Is it in our galaxy?
We are
or is
in
it-
the Milky Way galaxy.
Yeah. I'm not a space traveler. So,
I went and checked it out.
okay. That's good.
All the way out there. And I saw
But it's
so many
not in-
stars in the Bahamas.
All the other ones are like
I don't know if I even showed
planetary bodies almost. The moon's not a planet, but anyways, so pick a goal, run that distance, and then we have like awesome giveaways. We're doing an ASIC zip up jacket this year. for
Dude, the
swag.
giveaway is so nice. We have the samples here.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
you
we
do?
did- Yeah, we just got them. It's
It
really
is.
nice.
This is the best piece of swag that we've ever given away for Grit.
Sweet. Do we do the size? Do you know the sizing on it yet? Does it seem like it's the same as last year?
It looks similar to last year, and so like pretty true to size.
We'll
but
put it on the
yeah.
website. So if you are, and by the way, so the registration goes on sale at 9 a.m. on Black Friday
Eastern time.
Eastern time.
Meg, is there a deal for the first couple people?
No, it's the first day,
Okay.
and we sell out on the first day, or we have sold out on the first day for the past 3 or 4 grits. So if you do want to register,
Yeah.
go set your alarm for 9 a.m. on Friday, November
9 a.m.
24th.
Eastern for you people that
Yeah.
are on the West Coast.
Yeah,
so
that get mad
6
at us.
a.m. You
Get up
wanna,
early.
You might want to be getting up early.
And
And you
it's-
know what? I don't even feel bad for them. You know why?
Why?
Football. They've ruined football because of the West Coast.
Oh, yeah.
Like our Monday night games start at 8:30. That's normal the time that I might be starting to brush teeth and head to bed.
Yeah. Put your eye.
Yeah.
What are those things called? Eye covers.
masks?
Eye masks.
And then on Monday night or on like tomorrow the Ravens play. What time did that game
Yeah,
starts?
like 8:15. It's too late.
Oh, they do. Is that a Thursday night?
And that's
Yeah.
all. Like they get the coolest on the West Coast. They get
Anyways.
5 o'clock. They're watching football.
Yeah. Thomas is all about. You're gonna write your local government representative about time.
Well, it's a flat circle anyway.
That's true. So set your alarms, and it's an awesome event. Like I feel like it gets better. I mean, we have a pretty good community at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we also, I think you mentioned there's giveaways, but we also have grand prizes at the end. So whoever gets, and we're doing male and female this year for mileage and elevation. So whoever gets the most mileage and whoever gets the most elevation.
Verified by Strava
Yeah.
Yeah.
or wherever if you have a Chorus device or
Yeah. Or just if we feel like you deserve it.
yeah.
Just kidding.
Robbie's on top of that.
Yeah.
Robbie will hunt you down. Like if he thinks you're doing some shady stuff, Robbie
figure
gets
it out.
detective.
Yeah.
He goes.
Oh, I have people everywhere.
He's McGruff on that as well.
Yeah, I have sources, and yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Robbie, are you gonna have a mileage goal?
We'll see which day I roll my ankle. Usually it's the first day.
I'm gonna talk to my coach here.
This has happened on 2 different grits where I roll my ankle the first day of grit.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Like maybe start off on a treadmill this year.
Not gonna happen. No, I always January 1st. I always do a half marathon.
That's right.
The first morning.
Why?
It's been a tradition. Me and my one friend, I think we've done it for like 4 or 5 years in a row.
Oh yeah. Maybe I'll do 13.2.
It's not a competition, so
It's
you
grit.
You do.
It is grit.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that.
It is.
Be good.
Grit is a competition.
That is true. It is actually a competition.
It's a competition with yourself. You're not supposed to do something dumb to injure yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Asterisk.
All right.
anyways.
Do you have a goal for the? You don't have a goal yet for the month? Or,
Not really. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna talk to my coach and see if she'll let me off the chain.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'll probably like try to do 200 miles. That seems pretty reasonable.
I've done 302 summer grits, but never in the winter grit have I done
yeah.
over, I think, 150.
I think winter grit's harder.
Just because of the timing, or
I think
'cause you
just
hate
you're
winter?
out.
Just the
You're also
darkness.
out there.
Yeah.
So like I think the summer one, I can slow my pace down, just go, and you don't have as much laundry.
There's just like, I don't know. It's just nice to be outside in the summertime.
Yeah, I get that.
In the winter,
Even if it's hot.
it's a pain.
Yeah. Unless you're in Texas, then nothing's fun in
But
the summertime.
I feel like it's easier to just get into a rhythm in the winter.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I think you know what I think I might be doing though? I wanted to do this for a couple years, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to do it when I'm home for Christmas.
You're gonna run the Appalachian Trail.
There's a stretch basically from Harrisburg or Duncan to Susquehanna River to where I run at Swatera State Park, where I like to run
I
when
think
I'm
Steve
home.
Goodman did this route that you're talking about. Is it the 4 states?
No, not the 4 states.
Okay.
That's like Maryland, that's Western Maryland. No, this is just a thing. Looked on a map. It's just a ridge line from basically Harrisburg to Lebanon, which is in central PA. And it's like 50K exactly.
Runnable?
Not really, because it's the Appalachian Trail. I mean, parts of it, yeah, but it's a lot of rocks.
So
Very
you'll speed
dangerous.
hike it, kind of?
Yeah, I mean, run what I can. I not go for any time goal, but just to do it. Maybe
Yeah.
like take 9 hours or something.
I like that. Last year we did kind of like a winter grit party kind of thing where we did the trail run at Oregon Ridge.
Yeah,
That was a fun day.
yeah.
I don't know if we'll do that. I think we should throw a more traditional party,
Maybe
like
yeah.
where we go to a brewery or something like that.
Yeah.
What do you think, Meg?
I'm in.
I don't know. It's just been I haven't done like a weird adventure in a while. I feel like I need to.
It's time for one.
Do something weird.
All right.
I like that.
So
So yeah, grit. Believeintherun.com/grit, right? Is that how we're doing it now?
Yeah.
Yup.
That's
But-
where you register.
Okay, we're gonna have to get that site up.
Yeah. It's not ready quite yet. We're working on it.
It might be maybe by the time this is podcast goes.
Pieces will be up there.
Some
yeah.
of it.
But we
Okay.
can try to get as much as possible.
All right. Anyways,
Let's talk about this On Cloudeclipse.
All right, On's got another one, and another one.
So
Can
you
I-
know what's crazy about that? Well, go ahead.
can a cloud be an eclipse or not? No.
A cloud can eclipse the sun.
Can it?
Yeah.
Is it technically an eclipse or just covering it?
Yeah, that wouldn't be an eclipse then.
Is it?
I don't know what the technical, look up the technical term for eclipse, but I feel like at this point you can eclipse, like a person
That's
can
true.
eclipse another person's, like just taking their light away.
But anyway, we saw this shoe at last
It could
year's
be an eclipse. Yeah.
the running event, which is insane.
Yeah. So we got a preview of this over a year ago.
And we were excited about it then and then kind of forgot about it because it had been so long. And now here we are.
I have to say, On's on to something because this is the third shoe from them that I'm like really up on, that
This
I
is-
really like.
And this is basically their most max cushion shoe to date. So it's even more than the Cloud Monster, or supposed to be.
I think it's softer than the Cloud
Softer.
Monster
Yeah.
with their Helion Super Foam that they're calling it.
Now, Meg, you've got like 100 miles on these already.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I
Yeah.
put a lot of miles
Holy
on it.
crap!
She wore it again today.
I've been doing like almost all my easy miles in it. I just keep gravitating towards
You
it.
figure
Dang.
she's doing 90-mile weeks. Anytime that she's not running in the speed shoe, she's had this on.
Whoa. Okay.
So
I have 4 miles.
you know what my beef is with it. Okay, so first off, Meg, what do you think of the fit?
I think the fit is true to size. Good.
Interesting.
How about
It's-
cinching the laces? Because that's my
Well, I have a wider foot, so I feel like they're great.
It's a little wide, right? A little
Yeah.
roomier.
roomy. I have to really cinch down the laces. I do like the fit. The heel counter feels good. I really like that. Robbie, you only have the 4 in it, but we kind of had a different experience with the Helion foam, and I think even Megan, you're the probably pickiest when it comes to cushion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are on different pages.
I mean, again, I only have one run it, so I don't want to give.
I do think this foam is very like it changes with the temperature a bit. Like it feels quite a bit firmer when it's really cold out. So maybe that has something to do with it. But
it has thermodynamics, is what you're trying to say.
okay, there's the fancy word. But yeah, it feels like a max cushion shoe to me. Like it feels like a softer,
Yeah, it felt
thick stack shoe.
whenever I wore it, it just felt to me like the Boston 12, which I don't know.
That's a firmer shoe.
Yeah, but I like that. I mean, I like that shoe.
I do too.
I was just saying maybe I was expecting more of a not quite Nimbus feel, but maybe
A bounce?
like when I hear max cushion, I think like
Sink in.
1080 V13 or
Yeah, like a sink in.
yeah,
Like when you hit the ground, you want that,
right.
and then some energy return back.
Yeah, which I don't always love actually, but that's just what I think of.
I like
so.
the rocker shape of the sole. I think goes through the stride really smoothly, and the fact that I kind of lean towards the front of the foot, and Megan uses. I wouldn't say you're a heel striker so much, but you do land further back.
Yeah.
Now the one thing that's confusing that I don't like, and what I'm gonna talk about,
Same.
speedboard.
What is happening with that?
It's not like a real speed board.
No,
though.
it's
Right?
exactly pulled from the torsion bar that they used to have on Adidas, like
Right.
the Ultra Boost.
Mm-hmm.
It's a plate close to the bottom. So the reason I don't like hearing speedboard is speedboard was what used to kill every on for us. It was the way that they mounted the Cloud Tech onto
Right.
the shoe. So you got a really firm, hard plastic feel under your foot. Now they moved to the bottom. They're still calling it a speedboard. I guess they own trademark on that or something, so they're going to use it again. But don't expect a speedboard feel, even though people are like, "That's got a speedboard." It's a much more flexible, like your underfoot feel is softer. It's not rigid.
What's the point of the
Torsion.
Yeah.
It
For
actually keeps
stability.
stability. So if you didn't have that there, the shoe's probably pretty gooey when you land on it. And so what this does is it creates a more structured feel through the foam.
Okay.
So as you land, this is going to keep that foam from like collapsing, either probably like to the medial or lateral side, depending on how you strike. And then it gives you a little bit of a feeling of forward propulsion as it comes up into the forefoot.
What's interesting though is like I feel like this doesn't feel as stable to me as like a 1080, where you feel like it's like a wider, more like.
You think the 1080 feels stable?
Compared to this.
Oh, that's so weird because that to me
really
feels unstable. Not that it's unstable, but there's not structure to it. Like
Right.
my foot could go
it's
Yeah.
kind of free either way.
I don't know. This one just feels like more of a platform to me.
It definitely is a platform.
Whereas the 1080 feels more like on the ground.
Well, that's because you're squishing it
Yeah.
down. So I get that.
I guess in my mind, I'm thinking of stability a little bit differently.
Okay.
doing this like optical illusion thing with the
Ellipse. What is this called now? They call
So
it the cloud phase.
the ellipsis, cloud ellipsis.
Cloud tech phase.
Yeah, cloud, and this is the double cloud tech phase because in the surfer was like half of this or whatever. Not quite as thick.
Yeah, so if you were wondering about eclipses, technically it's just a temporary covering of the sun. So you could do a
Cloud
cloud
eclipse.
you could
Oh, so a cloud
eclipse.
counts.
That actually does count.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding.
So, and then there's the song "Total Eclipse of the Heart."
Yeah, that's all I can think about right now.
Have you been putting that on your playlist?
No, but it's going on there now.
It's a good. I mean, that's a good song.
No, that was from, wasn't that from Flashdance? Not Flashdance. It was from, what's that movie with Kevin Bacon where he dances around?
Footloose.
Yeah, Footloose. I think that was in Footloose.
Really?
Might have been. It's either that or Flashdance, one or the other.
Every now and then,
And
I'll
I
get,
get
but
a
that's
little
also
bit lonely.
No, that's-
isn't that for Step?
Yeah, that's from
Not Step Brothers.
Old School.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie was just on. We just watched it. It's so good.
It is so good.
That is a good
We were
song.
doing a lot of brothers quotes in the Bahamas. We were doing it's a boat in a tree, and they're like, I don't care that it's not studio quality math.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that's what I miss about
Humor.
when I was in the band. We would just, I don't even know if we talked to each other. I think we just talked in movie quotes. Like we basically just quote things the whole time. It's not even like you have conversations. I do miss that because you.
What do you think that is? Do you think it's a shared experience? Like you were saying, hey, we both been here, and I recognize that. It's like almost like a secret language between guys, like that we can be like, we can talk in like movie quotes and we know what the other guy's talking about.
I think so. And then it's just, there's certain shows or movies where the quotes just fit so many situations too. And then if you're all experiencing that at the same time.
Catalina wine mixer when we're in the Bahamas.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the best.
I mean, I feel like a lot of those Judd Apatow movies fit like so many scenarios and the Will Ferrell style. Anyways.
Dale.
Yeah.
I'm going to touch your drums. I'm going to rub 'em.
Okay. Okay.
Dude, we shouldn't.
Yeah.
Then
Don't
the
let
young
Thomas get off the
the
rails.
young calf comes in. She's like, oh, I'll have a piece of that too.
Okay. Anyway, this shoe's out right now if you want it. I think it's $180. Yeah, $179. I'm really enjoying it. We're going to have the full review up. That'll probably be up, if not by the time this podcast comes out very soon.
The written too?
Yeah, written and video.
I might have to duck out on it. I got a lot of work to do.
And by the way, if you're still listening to this for some reason, we will have on our website, we'll have a bunch of articles this week for like best Black Friday sales, gear, like gift guide for runners. We'll be having the best shoes of the year coming up, like our big best in gear awards. So just make sure you hit up the website, 'cause a lot of that stuff you might not see via the podcast or even our YouTube channel.
Yeah. And the other question I have is, we have an embargo on the SE Elite 4. But
Yeah, sorry guys. We told you last podcast that video review would be up, but we're not allowed to publish it until January.
But here's the crazy thing. Why aren't we? Because like Runner's World just did a post.
You can't do
On
it.
it.
We were told not to do a full review.
I think we need to call our friends.
I don't know. I'm sure they're listening. So
Yeah.
Yeah. What up with that?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, yeah. I've spent a lot of time in that shoe.
Man, I wonder maybe next week. wait, next week's Thanksgiving week. Then it's TRE week. So
oh man, TRE is going to be insane. If you want to see stuff, that's the week.
I have a
to tune in.
feeling we might not have a Friday
I was
episode
just trying to think about
at
that.
TRE similar to last year because we're going to be doing our best to get as much video content out to you guys as possible.
And you'll get to meet our new videographer. Carl will be doing a lot of the work at the running event.
Yeah.
And I think Carl will probably end up in front of the camera for some stuff pretty soon.
Okay. Yeah. Gooder's mascot is Carl the Flamingo, so maybe they can talk to each other about their names.
I think Carl should be like,
That should be a good
is it
collab.
Carl with a K, the flamingo?
It is.
It is?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe not.
I mean, if I was Carl, I'd trademark that and
Yeah.
be like, you got to give me my
well, we'll
flamingo
be at the
back.
Gooder party on Wednesday night, maybe, so they could see if they'll get into a scrap or a
sounds good.
flamingo fight.
Or, I mean, Carl seems like a nice guy. Maybe they'll just make friends and share the name.
Maybe. I much prefer a fight at TRE.
I don't know. Oh, by the way, apparently some people eat flamingos, but they call
Really?
it something else so that it doesn't sound like you're eating flamingos.
Oh, jeez.
But
Like-
the meat is gray, I heard, which
Gray?
Meg just that didn't sit well with Meg. Yeah, I heard about that in the Bahamas.
I don't know if I can do gray meat.
No one should be eating gray meat.
Yeah.
Let's just put that out there.
I don't know. You're like, it's flamingo. Not too many
All
people
right.
have tried
We
it.
have to wrap this up. This is getting out of hand.
Oh,
So go
okay.
check out the website, believeintherun.com.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie's doing cool stuff over there.
All right, thanks.
All right. Hi, Mom.
All right. Peace.